Mr. Butcher. This is Tayler Evans. I'm going to be doing my civic mirror reflection right now. I'm just going to answer all the questions that you've said. So, first off, what kind of country did your class create? Our country was very original for sure. Tabanawannagon, great name. Underwater country, very original. But we were really messy and confusing and hectic for most of it. I mean, our first year we had 3 different governments. That's gotta be a blatant signal right there. We had democracy for most of the second half when me and Victoria were in power, but with Spencer in jail it was dictatorship, so it kind of varied each time. So yeah, in summary, our country was very original in its own messed up, crazy, complicated way. Next up is what was similar and different for your country in relation to Canada. Our false crisis vote actually made it so that our government was very similar to Canada's because me and Victoria based our government on the Canadian government with the House of Commons and the Senate and Governor General. Also, Civic Mirror helped us with like the open market and the court and town hall. They were also very similar to Canada's with like minor differences such as like timing and the details compared to the Canadian government. Thirdly, what did you begin to understand about law and government and human nature? So this is a really long response, but I'm going to try and keep it short and simple. I learned how easily people try to avoid the laws and what can come of it. Like, there's laws for a reason, so generally when people break them, there's bad consequences that come from it, just like when Spencer stole the welfare money from the government. Like, people were very upset, and we had to do a lot of conflict resolution to try and get it back. Also, from being in government, I learned a lot of things, such as power is tempting. When you have so much power, is that it's hard to keep your morals in line and understand that sometimes you have to do what's better for the country and not for yourself. When you have that much power, you can sometimes abuse it in your head, and do what's right for you and do what's best for you rather than do what's best for the country. In regards to human nature, I learned that people are very selfish most of the time. They will always, most likely, do things that are for their benefit and not for the benefit of the people. Yeah, that happened a lot. What else did I say? Humans are always thinking about themselves and their own well-being, so all that kind of stuff, like being selfish. Also, I found that people were very evil. Like, you brought up the topic of good versus evil a lot in class, and I think that I'm kind of sad to say now that I believe that people are naturally evil. Actions such as selfishness, greed, unkindness, arguing, and others example of evil actions from citizens were very popular in our class. Don't get me wrong, I haven't changed my positive views on life or anything like that, but I still believe that it's mostly evil. People can change and be good if they want to, but it's the temptation of doing wrong that leads some people astray. Next up, were you an active, purposeful, and informed citizen? Yes, I would say that I was active, purposeful, and informed as a responsible citizen. By active, I spoke up in class, I was part of the government, I participated in all of the activities, I spoke my opinions, helped better our nation through my involvement, fulfilled all requirements of certain challenges, and did it while maintaining a healthy balance between getting what I needed and not doing anything purely evil. I was very purposeful because I got what I needed done, helped our nation to be the best it could be, and did all of this in a friendly, civic, appropriate manner. I didn't intentionally screw anybody over, which was good. And for informed, I always came informed to class. I always came prepared. I spent countless hours outside of school preparing as a government. In what ways did your fellow citizens exemplify responsible citizenship? Some were irresponsible by not participating in class. And not even speaking, actually. There were some people, but there were many people like Victoria, Aaron, and Spencer who were very responsible. They always spoke their opinions in class, and they always helped out and were definitely major contributors to all the activities. Finally, if I could have changed one thing, it would have been the amount of time we got to play this game. I learned so many things from Civic Mirror, and even the bad things that I would have wanted to change, I think were the parts that I learned the most from, and I learned a lot about life. So I would say I wouldn't want to change any of those things because then I wouldn't learn those lessons. But yeah, if I could change anything, it would be playing the game longer because I really had a good time and I learned a lot. So that is the end of my reflection. Thanks for listening, and I had a really great semester. Thanks for being a great teacher, and I learned so much. Bye. Next up is the government. I learned from government. Actually, I didn't really learn much. Okay, stop. What did you begin to understand about law, government, and human nature? So honestly, this question is really vague. She took over and didn't think about what anybody else had to say. And right after that, a House of Commons and a Senate and a Governor General. This helped because it helped us. Oh Jesus Christ! It helped be good. A lot of people, such as sorry, not even just human nature. It at the same time. There are things. Oh Jesus Christ! That was a squirrel. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That was a chipmunk. It scared the crap out of me.